Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me once again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Heather Day and I'm here today. I've done some new style of 3D earrings and I've had some of the girls asking me how I do them. So I said I would do a video. So I'm going to quickly run through this with you and show you what I'm talking about. So these are the little earrings that I'm talking about where they're 3D'd and they are post earrings. Okay, so this is kind of the steps that I am taking. Hopefully I can get that to focus in a little bit so you can see it better. Anyway, so if you're on the forum, you have seen the style I just started doing. So I've already done step one of these, so I'm going to kind of continue on. What I'm going to show you is in my little thing here, I've got part of the earring already kind of put in with the stainless steel ear post. I don't know if you can see that in there. So what I do with them is I pre-drill the back plate of it. So it's going to be the first dome, the first flower. So this is kind of what it is. And I do a little wee tiny drill hole right in the middle of it. And then what I do with that is the way that I've got it set up on here. So this is my little white block, right, soldering block. And I will take one of the little tiny posts. Can you see that? Right? It's just one of those little disc ones, right? And what I do is I'll flux inside of the little flowerette and in and around the hole, and then I'm going to flux the back side along the post of the ear post, and then I'm going to put it onto my block, just like I've got it sitting in here. And I'm going to put some, so I fluxed it, so I'm going to put up some little wee tiny chippets of solder. I don't know if you can see these or not. They're really, really tiny. So they're little wee pallions. And I just drop some of them in and around like 3 or 4 sides of it. They don't have to be really big because it's all going to flow in. And then I'm going to take the little post and I'm going to put it down inside the block and I'm going to push it part way. Make sure it's straight. Right? Just like that. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get this one out of the way so you can see it. So it's going to be kind of just stuck in there just like that. And then so my solder's in there. So I'm going to begin heating this. So I'm going to push this down, grab my wire. I'm going to take my pick and I'm just going to push that down a little bit more. Not completely down, but just so enough that my solder's going to flow in and around it. And then once it starts to flow, then I'm going to take this and I'm going to push this right down into it. And then I'm going to let that cool. And then I'm going to do the cleanup of that. So that's the first step. And then after that, all I do is once it's cooled, then I'm going to clean it all up, pickle it and everything. I'm going to put it back down into my hole. And see, with doing this stage first, I know that my ear wire is in that piece really, really good. So I'm just going to push it back down in there. So I've cleaned these up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more flux down inside of this. So because I've already cleaned it up, so I want more flux down inside of both of these. Now I have my other pieces just off to the side here. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're all in here. And I have already fluxed them, so they're ready to go. And I've got my solder ready to go, so I'm just going to grab my tweezers. And I'm just going to drop some of the soldering down inside of there. And again, the main structure of this is to get the first level done correctly so that you know that that post is in there and it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to just continue to add my little pallions inside of that, just like that. And then I'm going to take my next layer, right? So I'm doing copper, silver, copper, silver, copper. So I'm going to drop them down in there. Oops. Like so. And I want my petals to be offset. So make sure that they are offset. So then I'm going to add some more solder down inside of that. So we got to get some flux down inside the inside of that one. All right. Like so. Now add your solder pieces into it again. So with this one, I think I'm going to be doing, I might do 4 levels in this one. thought I'd give it a shot. End it off with the, start with the silver and end off with copper. So I'll get another piece down in there. Get off of that. All right, and then I'm going to add my next level. We're just going to drop it in there. Again, realigning everything, making sure your petals are offset to one another. And of course, get that down in there. All right, and again, we're going to flux the inside of that one to put our last flower add in there. And this is just a tiny one, so one piece of solder should be lots for inside of that. All right, we are lined up with that, and now I'm going to drop the last copper piece in there. All right, so everything is all a go. Oh yeah. Get a hold of the little ones. All right, so everything is in there. So now I'm going to start soldering it. I am using the propane torch because of the layers of this. All right, and I'm going to have my pick handy because once this starts to flow, it may move around on me. And I just want to make sure that everything is good. So keep your flame moving, heating it all up. And you should see it there. It's starting to bubble here now. It's dancing around a bit. So just make sure it didn't jump out of line on you. And we just want everything to flow. All right, on to the next one. It's kind of danced around on me. It's flowed, but then danced on me. Just trying to get it back in place here. All right. So, I did get that off kilt a little bit, and I don't think I can get it back in there. I may have to reheat that one altogether, but it is handcrafted, right? So the problem is to stop fiddling with it until it cools. So once again, that is pretty much it, everybody. So they're going to end up in the layers like these, right? And they're your posts. So once these are cooled, and I know that everything has set properly, I'm going to just give these another second here, and then I'm going to quench them. And then I pickle them. And then I have, I'll probably put them on the buffer just to give them a good clean here first. But I also have an ultrasonic cleaner. And it really helps to get down inside of all of these little wee pieces. I'm going to just see if this is good enough to bring out of here. And I'm going to just dunk it. And then I can show you. So, where are we at in the camera? So there we are. And I've got to do the cleanup. And my post is on there. And I think this one turned out not too bad. The other one, I may have to reheat it and redo it because it kind of did do some dancing on me. And that's the problem with the flux in that, is when it starts dancing around, is keeping everything centered with them. And let's see where this one's at. Again, they are kind of messy. So there's what it is right now. So it's really hard to focus with these guys. So it's really dirty right now. So I'm going to clean this up and I will show you the after pictures once I get everything all set. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I hope this helps. And we will talk to you again soon. Thanks for joining me.